Hey guys, what's up? This is Andrew. Today, I wanted to continue with the change high school and friends thing, but, wait. Today I'm going to talk about change instead of friends, since I spent entirely way too long in the last video talking about friends. So, change is going to be two parts. Part 1 will be just an overview, like basic talk about change, and part 2 will be, a change, like, what the Bible says about change, and, stuff like that. Kind of like what I've been doing with anxiety and friendship and all that other stuff before. So with that in mind, this video is going to be about just the basic, my basic spiel on change in high school and stuff like that. And the next video will be about the biblical aspect of that. So, I suppose we should get started now, shouldn't we? So we as humans, we fear change. In some cases, we fear change because we don't know what could happen to us whenever change happens. Now, change can happen in a variety of different ways. Change could be good, change could be bad. You could be changed because you ate too much food, or you could be changed because you're starving, or you could be changed because someone did something nice for you, and you're so used to being treated like crap. Being treated like crap. Change is a very difficult thing to talk about, partially because it's never the same thing for everyone. But yet, at the same time, everyone has their own similarities with change. The ways that high school will change you. There are numerous different ways, but here's the most common ones. At least, what I experienced are the most common ones. The most common one that I saw was people who used to be, like, from middle school to high school, there's a big transition. You're in a bigger school now, and high school is very different than middle school. And I'm not going to talk about that, but one thing that happened in my school a lot was that a lot of the people I was, like, friends with, I guess, in middle school, they kind of became popular, and they kind of really lost, maybe not really lost sight of who they really are, but they really they stopped being nice, I want to say. They started hanging out with popular people, and they started becoming, like, jerks. That's the only way I can say it. But, anyways, so high school changed me, because a lot of those friends that I had and I talked to in middle school kind of went out and, like, found their own crew, and they kind of, left me behind. Not really leave me behind, because I still got along with all of them. But, and it's not that high school makes you change who you really are, in a way. It's just that throughout high school, you may most likely be put in difficult situations that will force you to make changes in your own life, as well as maybe influence the lives of others. Now for me, in middle school, all throughout middle school, I was a crybaby. And then in ninth grade, I was always kind of really sensitive to stuff, and that really changed in high school. Because I remember in ninth grade, I told myself I will not cry anymore in school, and I won't be a little baby anymore, and I wasn't. In middle school, I cared a lot. I cared about a lot of people. I cared about everyone, but, like, I was not willing to help everyone all the time. In high school, I started to be there for people who needed it. I started reaching out to people who were depressed, which were mostly my friends at that time. And there will be this one time in school where you realize at the school that you have to deal with things on your own, because the school always says, "Oh, we're going to take care of you. Oh, we're going to stomp out bullying," and stuff like that. But that is farthest from the truth ever. In my school, they didn't do anything about bullying. They didn't. They didn't care. Or if they did care, they didn't care enough. Now, the next example I'm going to give you guys for how the school doesn't do crap, and you having to deal with it yourself. One of my closest friends, someone in his life passed away. And he was he wasn't put on suicide watch because he wasn't suicidal or anything like that. He was, the school said, the guidance counselor said, oh, we'll take care of him. We'll be, if he needs to talk or whatever, we'll be there for him. And let me tell you, that was the biggest lie they have ever told. They were not there for him at all. I did more for my friend than the school ever did. And that made me really mad, because, like, okay, you're the school, you should be trained professionals at helping kids. You have guidance counselors to guide kids, to help people. But the guidance counselors didn't know what to do. They didn't know anything. The guidance counselor I had basically told me that there's no way I was gonna pass, like, the Keystones. Which, you don't know what the Keystones are, they're like a test in Pennsylvania that you have to pass. They're like the, PSSAs, or something like that. They're like the standardized test. She told me that I was not going to be able to pass the standardized test. And I passed it. So, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Because, like, guidance counselors, okay. There was one guidance counselor in my school that was actually qualified to work with students. 1 out of 3 were actually qualified to work with students. So, that kind of really made me realize that the school, as much as they like to preach about stuff, they don't actually do anything, which is why it changed my outlook over helping people. Before that, I was kind of like, oh, well, they don't need my help, they're just, whatever. But then after that, I'm like, oh, crap, the school's not doing anything for them, because the school is, horrible. I'm gonna have to do something then. So, I changed. I started helping people. I started talking to people that I never thought I would talk to. Now, I didn't help everybody, because it's only so many people I could help. But I tried to be nice to everybody. I tried to help anybody out that I could. Even people that I had stuff against, I tried helping. Granted, they didn't want me to helping them, but, because they didn't like me very much. But still, I tried my best to help them. So that made me realize that you have to change in order to deal with stuff yourself and to help others. Back on the track now with change. Now, change will occur throughout everybody's life. We often, like I said before, we often fear change. But it's not that we fear change, it's that we fear what we might become, if that makes sense. Or what could happen in our lives. We as humans, we fear what we do not understand. We fear that if we change, we'll be a completely different person and people will not like us. The biggest thing I want to get across in this video is that you should never, ever change for somebody. You should never do something because someone else wants you to. You should only do something if you feel 100% comfortable with doing it. You should never change who you are as a person for anybody. Whether they are your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your best friend, your acquaintance, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a principal, whatever. You should never change who you are to fit in better with somebody else, to meet someone else's agenda. Now, if someone thinks that you're not being a good person, that's something to look into. Like, even if they're wrong, you can at least look into it and humor them. If someone really loves you, they will love you for you and who you are. Men and women are equally horrible, if that makes any of you feel any better. We are equally terrible. But we also have the ability to be equally wonderful. It's all based on how we live our life and how our change affects us. Like I said, you should never change for somebody because for the simple fact that they want you to change. You should only change if you want to change. And that is my little sermon of the day. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this now. If you have any questions, since I know I didn't exactly, fit everything into this video that I wanted to, because the next video will be more focused on that. But if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. Sometimes my phone doesn't notify me whenever I get alerts or stuff like that, but my phone's stupid. But anyways, I'm gonna get going, and I'll see you guys in the comment section below, and in the next video. So until then, I guess I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, and God bless.